Southeast.
Faith Time, of course, is our weekly conversation on matters of faith. Some churches have been around for decades or centuries, some just a few weeks or months. They all start somewhere. This morning we're talking with Reed Guy with Port Church in Chickasaw. How old is your congregation and how did you start?
First service was January the 24th of this year, and we met in our backyard in Chickasaw. So we're not very old. We are going on about 7 months now. So it's been a really cool and really fun 7 months.
So why does somebody decide to start a church, and what need does it fill that you feel may not be addressed in the community right now?
You know, I think first and foremost, just as a follower of Jesus, we start a church because we feel like God's calling us to start a church. And as far as the need, I think we felt that there was a need in our community to start a church where the people of the community just felt like it was theirs, like they felt welcome in that church, and a church where people could be who they were. Our tagline is real people, real church, because we want people to walk in however they want to dress, however they feel comfortable, bring their hurts, habits, and hang-ups, bring our sins, and not feel judged, but be welcome. Be welcome to be a part of that church. And so that's what we feel like we are bringing to the table in our community.
So I hate to compare a church to a business. I feel sometimes that's used as a pejorative, but finances are necessary to support any ministry work. So how does a church go from a startup to being financially solvent?
I think comparing a church to a business is very fair. I think much like a business, a church has to begin with a strategy. It has to begin with a mission and a vision and what that purpose is. And much like a business that goes out and finds startup capital, investors, we kind of have to do the same thing. Our investors happen to be other churches. It happens to be individuals, happens to be businesses that have a desire to invest in the gospel or invest in churches that have a desire to reach people for Jesus. And so much like a business that has a business plan, we have a business plan. Our strategy is we believe if we can raise the money that we need, that in 3 years, we will be a self-sustaining church, and we will be here for the long haul.
What do you think you've learned in this journey starting a church?
That it doesn't have to be complicated. I think for us, we have really stripped away all of the tradition. We don't, because we're new, so we don't have tradition. We don't have, well, we used to do it that way. And so for us, we are really we get down to the basics and we just allow God to work. And I think that's been the coolest thing that we've learned. That's been the coolest thing that we've seen, is that it doesn't have to be complicated. All we have to do is just put the things in place that need to be there and step away and just let God do his thing.
That was Reed Guy with the Port Church in Chickasaw. We thank him for joining us for this edition of Faith Time, and News 5 this morning will continue after the break.